We got to explore a little bit like a different side of Alice Cooper in last night's episode. What was it like exploring that new human side of her?
It was nice. It was nice to finally see reasoning behind why she can be such a monster. Yeah. We got to sort of see some her intentions, and she actually has good intentions. She may go about it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
But it was really fun to play that. Yeah.
Did you have a question?
No, I'm just looking forward. Yeah, I'm
Great,
just
us
here for
too.
the ride and all.
Okay.
So, I actually have a question. Are we going to see in the future any flashbacks to back when you guys were a little bit younger? Maybe see more backstory to your guys' characters? Because there's definitely something more there.
Yeah, I'm hearing rumors of some good flashbacks in next season.
We've been wanting flashbacks.
But that's a good question for Roberto when he comes over.
Exactly.
And let us know what you hear.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Please.
So I'm really curious about Hermione. I think that ship. So what if we see Hiram show up suddenly in season 1? Like, will that cause any friction?
It will cause a lot of trouble. Particularly, I mean, come on, she's just had the affair with Brad's character. I think she's counting on Hiram being away for a little bit, and we'll we'll start to feel him more and more as the first season crawls towards the end, and he is coming, make no doubt about it, and Hermione will have to shift her gears to prepare for him coming.
People often compare Riverdale to Twin Peaks, and since you have you're in Twin Peaks, do you see the similarities or the differences between the two shows?
You know, to be honest, I hadn't seen the similarities when I read it, or I saw a little bit when I saw the Welcome to Riverdale sign. It reminded me a lot of the, Welcome to Twin Peaks sign. But it really wasn't until the critics started talking about the pilot and they started making the comparison, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. A beloved high school student found dead, and then you get to know the town secrets through that investigation and the characters through that. But I do feel that they're two completely different feeling shows. Twin Peaks was so slow and dreamy, and Riverdale is fast, quick-paced, and quick-witted dialogue. So they feel really different. But I get it. I get the little homage and the comparisons.
So do you feel like they're more generational, because shows nowadays are, they have to be more quicker dialogue, and it has to be more character driven than it used to be.
Although, when Twin Peaks came out back then, we broke the mold for what was formulaic television back then, which was very formula, and I think it had its own pace then, and I just think Twin Peaks is its own thing. Like, it has its own timing. So it is a little, I think you're right, the newer shows are quicker paced in general. So I think that makes Twin Peaks even more opposite in a way.
So, can you talk a little bit about your experience so far working on this show? It's so different from anything that's been on so far. And when I first heard an Archie TV show, it was hard to imagine. What's been your reaction so far to everyone watching it, and the fan reactions and the critics?
I've been blown away by it. I've been kind of a geek fan as well, because we'd get the scripts and I'm like, it's so good, it's so good. So to be on a show that you really can't wait for people to see, and you hope, it'll be received well, and then to see the feedback and hear it, just because of social media and stuff, it's been amazing. Really, truly a blast.
Yeah. I think also what's interesting for the older generation, I'm not putting you in that.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Is that, we're sort of used to the days when people watch television live that night, and then you get your numbers the next day, and then you judge whether it's a hit or not. But people don't watch TV that way anymore. And so now it's a much slower reveal if you're doing well. And so your numbers come in once it's been DVR'd and streamed and watched on Netflix. And so it's fun to see a week later, our episode did really good. Yeah. So that's interesting, and that's an interesting thing that I have to get used to as well.
Yeah, also the social media aspect of the immediate feedback is like, it's fun. Do all shows get this much feedback immediately? It's pretty awesome. It's really great.
Now, do you guys like participating in the social media aspect of it, or do you just like watching it from the background?
I have a love-hate relationship.
I do.
I love social media, but my daughter's 8, so I can't explain to her, no, honey, Mama's got to send one more tweet. It doesn't work that way. So when I can set aside time, I absolutely love it because it's that interaction, that immediate feedback. You get to talk directly to people. I love it. But when it's time for the other stuff, and that's the only hard part.
I'll say I enjoy social media, but the live tweeting is hard because I usually want to sit down and watch it and really pay attention myself as a viewer. And so when we're trying to interact, it's sort of like, wait. So a lot of times I'll like pause at the commercial and do some quick tweets, and then I'll, so I'm kind of juggling that. It's a love. Great, thank you guys.